What is going on? Oh, hold up. Got some technical difficulties. There we go. What's going on, Fit? Can't stay much, but wanted to leave the view and support. Love what you do, man. Keep it up. Thank you. Really appreciate that. Let's see. And want to make sure that we get all logged in. Not sure what's going on with the chat. Seems to be having problems. All right. Oh, Fito. Sorry about that, Fito. All right, so I don't know what's going on with the chat. I'm gonna just leave it right there, but I can see your chats, so that's good. Um, all right, so let's go ahead and kick this thing off. I'm gonna start by opening up our social media app. And I did start working on the profile yesterday and then I had to go, so that's my bad. But let's go ahead and open up the iOS simulator, shall we? This is the first time you see Flutter. Nice. Really looks like Swift UI. Um, in a way, yeah. The one thing that Flutter does differently is that everything is a widget. So like if you're familiar with Swift UI, then it would be like literally everything is a view inside of a view. And it is kind of like that with Swift UI, but the difference with Swift UI is that Swift UI works more with modifiers. So like as you can see like on this row, right? This row might have like we might want everything in the row to be in the center, right? So then you would do something like main axis alignment, and you would put that to the center. So then everything, all the children would be like starting from the center and then it would build out, right? Whereas if you were to do something like that in Swift UI, like I guess alignment is probably a bad example because in Swift UI for like an H stack you would do it the same way, but like the concept there in Swift UI is like have modifiers, right? So like it might be something like this for like some other property, right? Like if you wanted to change it, then it would be like alignment and then you'd put like center or something like that. So those are like the main differences, is that with Flutter everything is kind of like an argument and everything is like all the widgets are like children, like every widget has a child and stuff like that. So, but they are very similar. And let me see. Are you implement with any state management pattern like block? Yeah, actually, this is all done in using the block pattern. So if you take a look over here in the auth area, we have like a confirmation block. And when I was setting up the session, I set it up with a qubit. So we're using qubit and block. I see that the views are classes instead of value types there. Yeah, so in Dart they're working on getting what would be called data, what is it? Data classes. I think that's what they're working on. And if not, then they're giving you the ability to build your own data classes. But data classes are like structs in Swift. So that would be the equivalent. But everything in here is a class, yeah. That's like one of the few things that I don't like about Dart, other than like maybe the semicolons, right? If there was like anything that I would probably change about Dart, it would be first be the semicolons, and then like maybe be the fact that we don't have data types. A feature that I also miss from Swift is the ability to have enums with associated types. So yeah. What about RiverPod? What the difference between block? So with RiverPod, I actually really like RiverPod. I haven't implemented it myself yet, but yeah, it looks really cool. Only problem is that the community seemed to have wanted to go with block. Like it seems to be more popular, and in terms of scalability, I know that block is a good pattern to go with, so that's what I decided to teach here. All right, so we got our app up and running. Let's go ahead. Enums are pure love, that's for sure. Okay, so I got the app up and running, and what we need to do is update the app navigator because that's what's actually displaying this session view. So app navigator, when you're authenticated, we have this, and oh, that's what I needed to look up today. So I need to figure out when do we actually use dependency injection with block. So that's something that I have to look into today. But let's go ahead and get this profile view going. I did call it profile view, right? Yeah. It's kind of weird that it doesn't want to pop up. There we go. So we save it, hot reloads for the win, and we're not getting anything here. Could be for a number of reasons. What do we actually have showing? So it might be all the way at the top, and we want that main axis alignment to be center. Is material page given by some material design SDK from Google, or did you write that class? So yeah, let's go ahead and which one? Material page. Okay, so material page is something that I think is fairly new once they started adding in web development, but essentially it's a way to represent your different screens across the different platforms, so like iOS, Android, and the web. And there we go. That's pretty cool. And I think I want to change that up actually. But the material page is something that's implemented by the material package from Flutter itself. And it's just a wrapper to represent like a screen, regardless of what platform. That would be sick in iOS. Yeah, for sure. Like Swift UI on different platforms would be amazing. Unfortunately, it doesn't look like they're gonna make any efforts to go actual cross-platform. It looks like only cross-platform within the ecosystem. That's a big bummer because I love Swift, but it is what it is, right? So what I wanted to do is I actually wanted to change this out, and I wanted to have the icon to be like that, and username to be like this. Seems right. I think I have one too many. There we go. Also, the reformatting in VS Code is very nice once you get used to it. All right, let's wrap this in the center. Okay, so I think this, let's see. I can't even think of how it would be done in SwiftUI right now, but we're just going to wrap this in the center. And there we go. We're not writing any crazy code, so we could actually scoot this over. Watch it updated in live time. Okay, so this, I actually want it to be like a list tile. And we could have this be like the child. Or is it called content? Title? There it is. And the list tile should actually be wrapped. Kind of feel like the background should be like an off-white color. I don't think that they have like a good background color though. Yeah, see, this is not like a good background color. That's like also another thing I don't like is like you have so many weird colors, but you don't have like some of the basics. Whoa, that's not what I wanted apparently. Why is black 12 showing like this, but 87 showing like that? For sure, I'm confused. Not now. Get out of here. Okay. All right, let's just go with white for right now, and then I'll figure out. Yeah. We'll come back. We'll come back here. All right, so list tile, does it have a color? Or is that a decoration? Tile color. There we go. It's kind of what I'm trying to go for. And this is going to be an icon, icons, person. So we want to have the username, something like that. And then we would have I don't really like this. See, because I would like to have it be like your classic user profile that would look like an Apple profile. Like you have the circular avatar up here, and then from there, like it would work. But I don't know. Let's think. Just trying to check what's going on. 1 second. And let's see. And yeah. Okay. So let's see. Yeah. Okay. Trying to figure out how do I want this to work out. So maybe I need to figure out how to like actually create the circle first. trying to figure Flutter, circle. That's not how you spell circle. Maybe I need to figure out how to like actually create the circle. Good. Circle avatar. Oh. What would you know? There's already a widget for it. Circle. That's hilarious. That's not how you spell circle. Maybe avatar. What you need. Good. That is hilarious. What would you know? That's one thing about Flutter is like they have a lot of these things already built out for you, and it is crazy. What you need. That is or do they? Circle avatar. That's one thing about Flutter is like they have a lot of these things already built out for you, and it's all right. Do they? Okay, so then we have icons or icon with icons person like that. Okay, so then we have okay. That ain't too shabby. It's still looking kind of funky, right? But it's looking a lot better in my opinion. Okay. Okay. See, does it take in width and height? That ain't too shabby. It's still looking kind of funky, right? But it's looking a lot kind of cramped. Why is it so cramped? Oh man. Okay. See, does it take in width and height? That ain't too shabby. Radius. It takes in a radius. Okay, I can work with a radius. Radius. So radius is going to be like that. So let's say we want it to be like 200. So radius. Whoa! Radius. And the animation is sick though. Let's go with 70. So let's say we want it to be like 200. So still a little bit too large. Let's go with 50. And the animation is sick though. Let's go with looks about right. Maybe putting a size box underneath. Why a size box? For the icon? Like wrap this one in a size box? Maybe putting a size box underneath. Why a size box? For the icon? What happens if we don't give it anything? It just stays the same size, right? Like wrap this one in a size box? So, like width. It's good. So the total width would be 100, right? So, is this what you mean? Like a size box like this? For the spacing? Oh, yeah. I just haven't gotten that far yet. So the total width would be 100. Yeah. I'm slow. Haha. Slow me. Like a size box like this? For the spacing? Oh, yeah. What I'm curious about is between the circle and the list tile. Yeah, I'm gonna add one. Sized box. I really wish. This is also another thing I strongly dislike is the fact that column doesn't take in an argument for spacing between children. Like that, I feel like that's like almost too obvious of a flaw. Like the fact that it doesn't have that. That's crazy. I strongly dislike is the fact size box. Column doesn't and then we could do height like maybe like I don't know. Children like that. I feel like 30. That's like almost too obvious of a flaw. Like the fact that going on. That's crazy. Good morning. And then we could do height like maybe like I don't know. So let's see. Going on. Good morning. This is looking all right. So is there an echo or a delay? Going on. I might. Oh, nobody told me that there was an echo. All right. I'm sorry. So you guys got to let me know when there's an echo. There we go. We should be all better now. Yeah, y'all gotta let me know when there's an echo or a delay, echo going on, Come on now. Y'all gotta have my back. All right. Yeah, I'm happy to fix it. Shouldn't have been a problem in the first place. All right, so then we have our circle avatar, and we will be getting it from a networking image. So let's just see if we can, let's see if we can actually get, where did my, oh, my window go? Okay. What was I trying to do? Like a network image? Net Flutter network image. I've done this before, but I don't remember what. It's probably just called network image, to be honest, but I've used cache network image, and that's not what I want. Just the image.network. Does this one allow for placeholders? The default does not handle more advanced functionalities such as fading images or caching images to the device. It's also weird that they missed on this one too. Like, why not just build that? Why not? I don't know. All right, so image network should do it. Let's go ahead and add it in there. Where am I going to put it? Right here. Image.network. I just finished watching Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood for the first time, so let's add something in there. Open image in new tab. Okay, definitely not what I wanted. Interesting. That's an interesting behavior. Scale. How am I supposed to determine the scale? This should be like a decoration thing. Box fit, there we go. Oh, was I looking at the wrong thing? It was on circle avatar, correct? Yikes. All right, it was on this. Box fit fill. Or is it cover? Box fit. You can use image and clip. Clip oval. Okay. I feel like this should have. I feel like that should have been what it did. All right. Stop complaining. Let's see you build out Flutter by yourself, Kilo. All right. So then you said I could use clip oval. So I haven't used that before. Let's go ahead and clip oval. And use property background image in circle avatar. Okay, let me try that first. Hold on. This seems like that. If that works. Hi, comma. Background image. Oh, okay. This is an image provider? What the hell? Okay, hold up. Getting all turned around. Image provider. Image provider. Scroll where? Yeah, we can't do this because it looks like it's. Oh, network image and then the image. Okay. And then. Okay. Okay. Oh, look at Wallison. Ooh. Yeah. Yeah. Damn. Straight from the chat. Yes. Thank you. Oh, man. Look at that. Look at what you did. You did this. And I thank you. Damn. Woohoo. Thank you so much. Oh, man. This freaking string is killing me, though. All right, cool. Man. Came through clutch. Hope I said your name correct, Wallison. Thank you. What time is it now? It is 7:02 a.m. for me. Woo. Unless you mean what time is it like? Ooh, it's party time. Which I doubt that's what you meant. Okay. So the username, we got the username. Let's go ahead and throw a little bit of a divider in there. Yeah. Let's see what that looked like. Don't like that. 9 for me. Oh, okay. You're like in the middle of the country. I'm a gangster for waking up early. You know, that's what gangsters be doing. Waking up early. This is not what I wanted. So, let's see. You can't add a color on the column or the center. Okay, so that's fine. No divider for right now. Let's just go ahead and add in a couple other list tiles, and these are going to be for the email, and that's also something that I need to check once again. So email, so that'll be mail. Something like that. This will be like kilo. Okay, let's start. Oh, I should have done like key. I should have done Alphonse Elric. Full Metal. All right, so we have the email. What else would we have in here? And then we have what, the description? Let me take a look at our user. Do we not have a user dart? There we go. Oh, this is out of date because we don't even have the description in here. And this one would be, is there a list tile for like text input? That's what I want. Flutter list tile input. I mean like text input. Let's see, text field list tile, text field list tile. Or do I even want a text field? It should be like a text, I can't remember, hold on. Text, is text view a thing in here? I can't remember. No, it is a text field. It's just like a multi-line text. Been here before. Okay. I don't even know what icon I would use for edit. And this would be a text field. Is there a value or, let me see. I can't just put text directly in here. Doesn't look like it, right? Yeah, I don't think I could just put text directly in here, right? Doesn't look like it. Okay, so then we can do this. Text edit controller. What do we want it to be? Hello, everybody. It's it's your boy Kilo Loco, and we are coding some stuff up in that Dart lang with Flutter. Okay, so looks close. Next, what we want to do is line max lines null. There we go. Boom. Yes. Yes. I know what I'm doing. Or at least I would like to pretend that I do. So, here we go. We have the profile, and the good thing is that you can't edit these as you would expect, but you can edit the edit profile. Now, I would need to detect a change or something like that, but yeah. Yeah, I would need to detect a change, but we can get there when we get there. Now what I want to do is I also want to move this up, and we need to start breaking some of this stuff out because this is just ridiculous. So, first, let's go ahead and put the scaffold. Let's wrap this in a safe area. Safe area. There we go. Then, shouldn't have changed anything. We can remove the center because this should be at the top, and then we just need to push it down a little bit. Let's see, column right here, sized box, height 30. And then also we need to have an edit button underneath the circle avatar. So that's not how you do it. Edit, and then on pressed, there we go. Or should we call it change avatar? I don't know. Looks about right. And let's also create a boolean. Is current user true? So this is going to represent what happens when you're here as the current user, and what happens when you are just like somebody viewing the profile, right? So then, let me see, hold on. I'm trying to figure it out. Yeah. One sec. Um, okay, so all right. Let me see. All right, sorry about that. Okay, so yeah. We have this, and now we need to like make sure that some things are not showing based off of this flag, right? Because we're gonna be working with a user, and then we'll be able to determine if it's the current user or not. In which case, change avatar will not show. So if is current user. Then we can show it. What else? The email. Like this, another one of my favorite features of this language. And then the bio will be visible, but the ability to edit will be based off of what was that field, or what was the argument? Read only. Is current user. Okay. So we change this to false. And that's all you're going to see. Not that great, but it does do the job. I wonder if there's an easy way to remove that copy. The ability to copy. So, it's probably a text input action, right? Let's take a look at what else is in here. Strut style. That's like the text field be walking or what? It's got a strut going. Toolbar options. It might be that as well. So we have two candidates: text input action and toolbar options. Yeah, I think it's gonna be one of those. Yeah. Okay, so text input action. What does this take? A text input action. Oh, yeah, that's not what I want. Okay, so then the edit, or it's gonna be toolbar options. Toolbar options dot. Okay, what do you take in then? This might not be it either. Toolbar. I wonder if they have a dot none. They don't. What a shame. So for somebody's profile, you probably shouldn't be able to do any of these actually. And that is such a bummer. Yeah, is current user. Copy, cut. Paste is current user, and then select all. There we go. Hey, maybe there's nothing that can be done about this. Might just be built into the thing. Okay, that's fine. Unless we missed one and there is just a regular select. Nope. It's just those four. Okay, that's fine. So we are we are currently able to show the profile, but now I need to figure out like what would be considered best practice in terms of dependency injection for something like a user. Flutter block. So this would be along the lines of what is it? Like a details screen. Can we connect database with Flutter? Yeah, I actually have set up a database with Amplify, AWS Amplify. Let's see, it should be in data repository. So far what I've done is I have the ability to create a user and get a user by the ID, and that's all we've implemented so far. But there's going to be more things. But like at this point, I'm trying to figure out. Okay, once I have that user, I need to actually take them to the profile, right? And then once I take them to the profile, I need to, essentially be able to like display their information. So I'm trying to figure out like what would be best practice for dependency injection. Okay. Let's see. I don't think any of these examples cover it, do they? Maybe this one. What is this? GitHub search? Maybe? I'm trying to figure out how do we do what do they consider best practice for dependency injection? Like, should I be passing my user object to the actual view? Doesn't seem like that would be the way that they would want to do it. They'd probably want to do it with like a block builder. So then do I need to observe the selected object? Putting it all together, let's see. Flutter. Oh, well, let's do this in another tab. Flutter, block, master, detail, example. What's going on, Hung? Selected. Okay. Yeah, I think. Yeah. Yep. Detail. So this would be, yeah. So it looks like they're gonna just do a block builder and then pull it out. Okay. I had a feeling that they were going to be doing something like that where essentially everything's going to be dependency injection through block builders. Okay. So let's think. Because at this point we're signed in, we do have the user object accessible to us, but the problem is that this profile needs to be reusable, right? We only want to build out one profile view, and it's going to handle both. So simple network CLI. I don't understand. Let's see. Okay, so we have our session qubit, and the session qubit, let's think. Has a session state. Session state will be authenticated at this point. So we can access it through the state. Show auth. Yeah, so we're emitting authenticated at this point. And our app navigator can pass it into our, maybe we should have like a session navigator. Let me think. Because we need to have a block that is going to be responsible for showing the user view. And it could happen in two different spots. So when we build out the social media, like when we build out the feed, you should be able to select the user's profile, and then that's going to provide the selected user, right? Let me think. I think we should just start building this out. Let's start with I think that we may need to. Damn. All right, let's just go ahead and build out a whole entire block for this. First, we're going to create a session folder. Inside the session folder, we'll start adding some session stuff. Session qubit, sure. Session state, sure. Session view, sure. Data repository, app navigator. Okay, so that's all we need there. New folder. This will be a profile. Let's drop this in here. Okay. we can do a profile block, which is going to take a profile state and a profile event. So we'll start off with profile event dart. Hey, that's not a file type. Okay, so if this is going to be the event, we're going to probably have abstract class profile event, like that. And things that can change on the profile are the change avatar event. Change avatar extends profile event. We can also let's change that back, huh? Where's my profile view? Where you at, profile view? Where you at, profile view? That's session view, profile view. This won't build unless this is resolved. Or maybe it just won't build at all. What are you complaining about? Something broke. I broke something. Oh man. Okay, let's give it a nice little stop and restart. See if we can get it back into a working state. A new version of Flutter is available. Nice. All right, so then what else can we do? We can profile description changed. Profile event. Final string description. Profile description change. Description, like that. So then, let's think. There we go. Okay, looking good. Those are like the only two things that can change, and then there will also be like a save. Maybe like a save button. Class save profile changes. This will also be a profile event. Now this will only represent being able to save the description, but if we were to decide, oh, we want additional fields in here or something like that on the user profile, then we could do that. Okay, so that's not looking too bad. So we have our event. Let's go ahead and create our state. So profile state. Profile state. So we're obviously going to have which program is this? I don't fully understand the question, but the programming language is Dart, the framework is Flutter, the app we're building is a social media app, and the architect or the state management we're using is called Block. So hopefully one of those answers your question. So let's think. We would have a state with a user, or no. Let me think. I think that we would have a a avatar path, right? Maybe would we have an avatar path? I'm trying to think, like, what would the state be like, because we need to represent each of these items. Let's just handle the things. Let me think, because only thing that I could think of right now is just the description, because I know that's something that we're going to be changing. I don't know what else we're going to be changing. Description. I have to think about how we want to map these things and what happens when they change. Yeah, I think actually. Yeah, I think the image path actually. So yeah, so maybe we shouldn't even be dealing with the user. Maybe, who knows? But we would need the avatar path. Just maybe a string. Avatar path. Right? We would need the description. And those. And now I'm thinking that maybe this profile state should be initialized with a user object, huh? I think that might be a good way to do it. Are you creating an Android or iOS app? This is Flutter, so both. Cross-platform. That's like one of the nice things about Flutter is that you write code once and it is cross-platform. So, trying to think. Yeah, I think that's going to be a good way to do it. So I think that if we initialize the profile state with a user object, then we would be in a good situation. So let's see what that kind of looks like if we were to play out that scenario, huh? User. And we would need a constructor. Will I still need a Mac if I want to build an iOS app? Yes. The main answer here is yes. You will need a Mac if you want to build out an iOS app. However, what you could do, one way to get around buying a Mac would be to, there's a couple of different ways that you could get around it, right? You're able, like, everything that you do and build out in Flutter, you would be able to just test and run on an Android. That means that you could do it on a PC, right? And one way that you could get around paying the hefty fee of a Mac, which is like the minimum of $800 for a brand new one, or cheaper than that if you want to go with a used, is you build everything out on Android first, and you would essentially have to go into the process thinking you're only going to be releasing Android and not iOS, right? Because you really should be testing everything on a real physical device and um, making sure that everything works properly, right? But um, yeah, like you go into the process building out everything in Android, and then what you could do is you could get something like Mac Stadium, or you could build out a Hackintosh, which you could do the entire process, and then you could do all the iOS development you want. But yeah, like you could do something like Mac Stadium, and use it for, I don't know, maybe pay for like a month of that, and then you'll be able to like test your iOS app and make those changes after everything's done. And then you could like still deploy to iOS and Android if you wanted to go that route. But I don't know. That seems like kind of complicated. It would probably be best to just get a Mac, honestly, if you could, but I understand that it's not feasible for everybody. Let's go ahead and create this constructor. And we will have the user, this avatar path, this dot description, something like that. This user is equal to user. Is that right? All variables must be initialized, but user isn't. Apparently this is not how you do that. Is it through, it's not through a super, that's not how that works. It might be something like this. No problem, Bradley. User. There we go. We need Xcode to be cross-platform. Yes. Or, honestly, I would be fine with VS Code if they could get like the the autocomplete going. I would probably switch over. There's also one by JetBrains, but JetBrains stuff is kind of RAM intensive, so there's that. Okay, so let's think. Let's think. I think that we need to do something else in here where it's like, because the avatar path should be coming from the user. Yeah. Okay, let's do it this way. What I'm thinking is like we should populate it with whatever is provided by the user first. And then if it's null, then we use, or let me think. Let me just code it out. I need to see this stuff in action. also don't know how this is going to work, to be honest. Is that right? Does it need a semicolon? I would think that it needs a semicolon. Okay. Okay. So avatar path. This is going to be description user dot description. Oh, that's right. Damn it. Okay. Okay. I think it's good to have a user model, yeah. Quick question. I was late to your stream. Are you getting this user data from an OAuth server with claims? I'm getting this from AWS Amplify. So you can check out Amplify here. But essentially I have the user, I already have the user being authenticated through Amplify with, you can see the auth repo right here. So here's my auth repository, and what I'm doing is when I sign up, I am using Amplify auth, and then I just pass in like the sign up credentials and stuff like that. And then under the hood, it's using Amazon Cognito. So it's handling like all kinds of stuff for us, and we don't need to really worry about like building out an entire OAuth flow. Okay, this is a problem because I don't have this. Oh, that's annoying. Okay, but that's the idea right there, right? Is we want to... Yeah. So if avatar path is equal to null, get I don't know if I'm going to do it right here, but the idea is essentially get avatar path from avatar key. And I definitely shouldn't be interacting with a repo in here, so we'll have to look that up. But that's the idea. So yes. Once we have that constructed, then what we need to do is we need to be able to copy our state over to multiple objects, right? So whenever I type something into the description, that means that I'm triggering the state to change, which means that I need to copy the user and the avatar over because we're going to keep those the same, but the description has been updated, and that's what we want to update. So profile state, copy with, and we'll only be able to change the avatar path. How do I want to do this? String avatar. Also, this is required. Avatar path. Then Okay, so we have the avatar path and the description. Yep. There we go. Okay, so then we can return profile state this dot user. We will also need to have the avatar path, and that's going to be the avatar path right here, else this dot avatar path. And then description this dot description. Did I do that right? Okay, let's take a look at this, make sure that everything looks right. So when we do a copy, we're always working with the same user. The only things that can change right now are the avatar path. If you pass in an avatar path, then it will use it. If not, then it will use the current avatar path. Same thing with description. It will use the current description if nothing's passed in. So that's one way to do it. So now that we have our profile state and our profile event, we can build out our profile block. And let's think. This is going to be a profile block like this, extends block. Well, let's get that imported, shall we? Profile event, profile state, profile. You know what? I don't think that we have an initial state, do we? Or initial event? Or no. What am I thinking? Jesus. Okay, profile state. Oh, okay. So in order to create the profile block, we will absolutely need a user object because we can't create the state without it. We pass the user in. Then we do a super and we create that profile state like this. We pass in that user. Ha ha ha! Damn! When you see stuff come together before your eyes, it's a little bit magical. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. Itty bitty bit. What can I say? All right. Map event to state. So let's go through the different events real quick. We have the change avatar, the change profile description, and the save profile changes. Okay, so if event is profile avatar bad memory change avatar. Damn, that's bad. Woo. Okay, so if it is change avatar, then, and this is going to be asynchronous, right? Async star, because we're working with a stream. What we will do is we will yield, or no, let's see. So let me see, when we change the avatar, what should we actually be doing? When we emit a change avatar event, then we should have, oh, okay, let's think about that. So when we change the avatar, what should happen is we should trigger the photo picker to open, and that's going to be like final, like file is equal to, like, I don't know, photo picker, and it's gonna be like async, right? Async photo picker dot pick or something like that, right? So then we get the file. From there, what we should do is once we have the file, we should upload it to a storage repo. So final storage, or final, let me think. I'm new to Flutter and Dart. Could you give me a brief explanation of the star means next to async, please? Yes, most certainly. But Bradley, could you first tell me what language you are most familiar with, and I could probably give you an idea. Um, Actually, I mean, it's not. It's like language independent. I guess it comes down to concepts. So you would have to be familiar with like streams, like reactive programming and publishers, or what else do they call them? Yeah, mostly you just have to be familiar with streams. So when you're working with a stream, uh, you're expecting multiple events over time, right? And that means that you want to pass like an event here, an event there, an event there, right? And that this stream doesn't just close the same way that a function does, right? So there's two different types. C sharp. Oh yeah, I don't do C sharp. Sorry. Okay, so I'm hoping that you're familiar with streams though, or the concept of streams at least, or publishing, or publishers, or broadcasters, or something like that. So the idea here is that instead of returning back a single object, right? And if you are familiar with like futures in Flutter, right? Or Dart, I should say. If you're familiar with futures, this is expecting back a single value sometime in the future, right? Whereas a stream is expecting back multiple values over a length of time. And the way that you represent, or the way that you're able to pass values into that stream over time, is by using this async star. So async is for futures, when you want to just simply return a single thing, and then the async star is for streams when you want to return multiple values over time. And I don't know why they use the star. It's kind of weird to me. If I had to guess, it's like kind of signifying that there's a reference being held. So that's why. I don't know. But the that's the idea, is like when you're working with a stream and you want to release values over time, then you use async star. And then this works with what I'll show you right here, which is going to be the keyword yield. So yield means to like push to the stream, and that's when you're going to be like releasing a value into the stream to be observed downstream or something like that. So instead of doing like return some value, right? What you would do instead, since we're working with async star and a stream, is you would do yield. So I'll probably break this down in a completely separate video sometime in the future. But I hope that is at least enough to kind of understand the basic concept. But I don't know too much more outside of that either, though. So I'm not a pro at that part. So we have the file. Once we get the file, then we want to upload that file. Await storage repo dot upload file, something like that. Once we do that, we should get back a URL. That would be awesome if you break it down. Yeah, sure, I'll definitely do that. But I have to finish this 30 days of Flutter. Like, we're already like halfway through the month, and it ended at the beginning of this month, right? Like, so I'm like so far behind. Image path. But yes, I will definitely break it down in the future. And I'm also like thinking about making different forms of content, like something that can go over theory and stuff like that a little bit more in a more concise video. So I'm planning some stuff, but I have to finish this commitment because I'm so far behind. Yeah, doing 30 videos in 30 days, I burned myself out like after 15 days, and I was just like, I died. I was so done. So once we have that image path, then that's when we are going to when we're working with this, we should be yielding a profile state copy with, and this is going to take in avatar path. We'll also call this avatar path. Okay. Oh, you know what? This is not good. Let me think. Oh, awesome. Thanks for the subscribe. I really appreciate it. Anybody that's not subscribed, if you could subscribe, I'd really appreciate that. If you're watching on if you're watching on Twitch, then a follow would be appreciated too. So thank you all. Okay, so let's think. So the problem with doing it this way is actually what we would need to do is I think this is actually okay. Yeah. Yeah, the avatar path for this session should be good. Okay, so that should work. Okay, so let me just go through what's going on here. So when we have this change avatar thing called, we are going to trigger the photo picker to open up. We'll be able to get that file from that photo picker, whatever that is. Once we have that file, we're going to upload it to we're going to upload it using some type of storage repo. So we'll be using like Amplify storage at that point. And then from there, we'll be yielding out the profile state that has the newly updated avatar path. So we'll be able to display that back over here in our profile view. We still need to break some of this stuff out, but the idea here is we would pass it into our circle avatar widget and pass in the image path right there. So I think that's looking pretty good for that use case. Next, oh man, it's already 8:04. Jeez. Let me make sure that I don't have any meetings coming up. Okay, I could go for like another 20 minutes. Okay. Because I need to go get my coffee. All right. So then, if the event is profile description changed, right? What we will do, and this one we don't need to have anything special going on, so we could just simply do yield profile state. Yeah. Copy. No. Oh, that's what it is. State dot copy with. Okay, so this is also going to be state copy with avatar path and not avatar path, description, and we want to pass in the event dot description like that. I'm gonna assume that is Phantom. What's up, Phantom? I am building out the profile for a social media app in Flutter. Did you migrate to null safety? Can you make validator in null safety? I have problems. I did not migrate to null safety because only I think like only 60% of the packages have moved over, and I started this series before null safety was actually announced. So I haven't done the migration to null safety. Also, I don't think that Amplify supports null safety right now. So that's also another reason why I didn't move over. Additionally, it is an opt-in feature, and I know that a lot of people are struggling with it. So that's like another reason why I didn't want to do it. I'm already like dealing with enough as it is right here, learning this stuff. So adding null safety on top of that is just going to be a little bit of a handful for me. But yeah, I'll be covering null safety after I finish this challenge, and I'll also talk about migration and how to handle working with apps or working with packages that don't support null safety as well. Okay, so that's all we need to do for that one. Else, if event is save profile changes, then what we will do is we will be updating our, oh, you know what? This is not correct. Okay, so we need avatar key. Await. This is going to be like data repo dot update profile, and then we're going to pass in update current user avatar key or something like that, and then pass in the avatar key. And then after that, we'll do final final avatar path is equal to await storage repo get avatar get path for file, and then we'll pass in the avatar key. Okay, something like that. No problem, Hisham. Yeah, just been like super swamped with like all the things that I'm trying to do. But I definitely will get around to covering that because it's a pretty important topic. Okay, so the reason why I made the update up here is because we need to hang on to the avatar key. That's the key that's going to be stored into storage. So we need to be able to have that updated and accessed. Now, why did I think about that here in the save profile changes? Because we need to do this line right here. Data repo, update current user. We'll probably just do something like this. So we will do something like this. Data repo, update current user, something like that. And then we're going to pass in event dot description. Or no. It would actually be coming from the state dot description. Something like that. Something like that. And we would obviously need to have like avatar key and description like that. What software am I using? And also thanks for coming in, Tech. Nice to meet you. I don't fully understand the question in regards to software. I am using Visual Studio Code, VS Code, for the text editor. Flutter for the framework, the cross-platform framework. I'm not sure if which software that you're like referring to, but yeah, VS Code for the editor, and then Flutter for like the framework, and Dart for the language. I think that covers our states, right? Or the events, right? So change avatar, profile description, and save profile changes. So that covers that. And then back over in our profile view, oh, we still never. This is really bothering me, how ugly it looks. So let's go ahead and get a color picker. Color picker. And let's grab that color real quick. All right. Yeah, this color is just really, really, really bad. 0xFF this. That's better. Okay, I could deal with that. I not know programming, still eye watching. Okay, no problem, Techno. This is how you learn, man. You don't really need to know programming to hang out. You're still welcome to watch. Let me see. So this is looking pretty good in my opinion. Much better than that ugly gray that we had before. But we also need to break out some of this stuff because yikes. Yikes. So first thing that I want to do is have the actual the profile page. That will be one widget profile page. And we will return profile page like that. Next, what do I want to break out? So then we'll have that avatar widget avatar. Why Flutter, bro? Or Kotlin or other native? So I do I do native development. The reason why I've been focusing a lot on Flutter this past month and like since like February 1st is because the Flutter community had announced hashtag 30 days of Flutter, which is what this is kind of this entire project is centered around. So I wanted to like try to put out a video for that every day and teach people how to code in Flutter during those 30 days. So I thought I would try to put out a video every day. I knew that was going to be really tough to do, but I ended up getting really burnt out with the challenge of hashtag 30 days of Flutter and stuff that was required at work. And I just stopped for like an entire week. I just had to stop. So so what I'm doing now is I'm trying to finish up that challenge, and we're built in the last 10 days of hashtag 30 days of Flutter. We're building out an entire social media app, and that's what I'm working on right now. So we're actually building it out in the series. So if you go to my YouTube channel and you look at the playlist at the bottom, you'll see hashtag 30 days of Flutter, and this is like day 24, and this is my prototype project that I reference when I'm coding live, or not live, but when I'm coding in the tutorial, showing and explaining everything about what we're doing. I don't know anything about programming. This looks like a complete mess to me, but I enjoy it. It is a complete mess. I'm trying to clean it up though. I'm trying to clean it up. So sorry. Yeah. But thanks for the question, Dave. I appreciate it. Where I found this community, I'm from Brazil. And you're okay. So if you scroll back up, I don't know if you can see the past chats, but there will also be like a link to my Discord. You could come hang out on the Discord as well. I'm here trying to like help build up a community for mobile developers. So anybody's welcome to come and join and hang out, even if you're not a mobile developer now or don't plan on being, but that's what the community's for, is primarily focused on supporting people that are interested in mobile development. All right, avatar. Let's go ahead and return this. Who said that this was a mess? Verox. All right, man. I'm trying to clean it up. Give me a second, man. Give me a second. I'm trying. You think I want it to look like this? I don't want it to look like this. Avatar. If I could learn how to spell. Avatar. Change avatar button. Thank you. I'll join your Discord channel and also click in the like button here on YouTube. Oh, thank you. Thank you for the likes. I appreciate the likes. Like I see that that 39 people liked it. Like that's like the most likes I've ever gotten on a live stream. So I really appreciate everybody that's liking the live stream. Fills my heart. Thank you. Change avatar button. Whoa, that does not look right. So, change avatar button. Oh, I hate when it does that. That's okay. Let's see, list tile. This is going to be username tile. Widget username. Obraza sempre presente. Is that Portuguese? doesn't look, it looks a little bit like Spanish, so that's why I assume that it might be Portuguese. Tile. Greenstone Movies. Hey Kilo, been watching your vids for a while and this is the first time stream I'm stopping by. Do you have any advice for indie devs to get attention to their apps? Uh, yes, I do, but it's not for everybody. I hope that if you have been following me, that you might have noticed some of the things that I've talked about in the past about like how easy my life is because I have a YouTube channel. Like for example, my last two jobs when I was working at a company called Bird, which is like a scooter, an electric scooter company, and the current position that I have now, which is at AWS. Both of those came through. Let me see. What am I building out? Hold on. Both of those came through people reaching out on Twitter. So the fact that I have an online presence has really helped me get far and has made my life a lot easier in terms of like getting a job. Now, why am I telling you this when you're asking about, being an indie dev and apps and stuff like that? It's because when you start building stuff, like when you have an online presence and, you kind of have like a community behind you, when you do put something out there, when you want to talk about something, then, you have people that are actually listening to you. So like let's imagine that, you start building out this new app idea that you have for your next app, right? And you start doing it on live streams, or you start creating videos around it, or posting blog articles or stuff like on things that you've been learning. And when you start providing that content, you're probably helping somebody in some way, and you're probably teaching them something that they didn't know before, and that is going to be beneficial to them, and they'll probably be coming back for more, which is what like my audience does. That's why there's people watching in the live stream. Some people are here that are subscribers. If you're not a subscriber, please subscribe. But I have subscribers that I could speak to, and if I were to put out an app, I would immediately get like, I don't know, like at least 50 downloads, just because I have an audience. So yeah, I would say like if you could try to have an online presence and build in the open, and like when people start seeing that you're consistently building in the open and they watch this thing coming together, they might start getting super interested in, actually having it in their hands as well. And I think that's probably the easiest, or not the easiest, it's definitely the cheapest way, because all it costs you is time that you're already spending. And essentially you'll be able to, release it to all the people that have been watching you build this app from the ground up. So that would be my recommendation, is to like build it in the open, and then that kind of gets you people that are like already waiting to become customers. That's what I would recommend, but I know that it's not for everybody. But if you could find a way to do something like that, that would probably be your best bet. Email tile. Can you solve no time to wait? I'm not sure what you're referring to, Rolla, sorry. Kind of expected you to say do the stuff on YouTube. Yeah, I mean, I'm a YouTuber. I mean, like I speak from a position of what I know, right? Let me see, which I have been thinking about doing already as well. Would you suggest to start with tutorial style videos or devlogs? Currently my newly released. Well, like, I mean, it just kind of depends on what you want to do, right? Like, everybody has like a different path, and if it sounds like you want to be an indie developer, and if you want to continue down that path, maybe the answer isn't necessarily to do tutorials, right? Like just the fact that you could be building in the open. Like what if you were just coding like how I am right now, but you were working on the next app that's going to be released. Like if I was going to release this to the App Store, I bet like probably like at least 5 people here that are watching would probably want to download it just to see like the end result. What's going on, Emula? I hope that I said that correct. I probably didn't, and I am sorry for my terrible American upbringing where they don't teach us how to pronounce names properly. Let's see. This list tile is responsible for the description. We're coming up on the last couple minutes. Description tile. All right. Let's see. Okay, so then we have the description tile. All right, so this is looking a little bit better, and then now stuff is like broken out much more clean like, you know? So next, what we want to do, and you know what, this safe area should probably be in there too, now that I think about it. We'll just include it. Refactor. Safe area. Unfortunately, I have to leave now, so thanks for the answer and enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you, Greenstone Movies, for hanging out. I really appreciate your time. I'm about to take off in probably a couple minutes too. But yeah, thanks. Abrar, I have always learned something beneficial from you, worth every second spent on your tutorials. Thank you. And that's saying a lot because, oh my God, my tutorials are so freaking long. I'm working on a format that might be a little bit smaller, shorter content. I I I acknowledge that my videos are extremely long, and I want to get them down to be where every second counts for everybody, and I'm not just constantly wasting people's time. Um, I do really enjoy my style of teaching where I'm going through and I'm teaching everybody like, you know, I'm teaching how to do everything step by step, but I realize that that's not effective, and I could help a lot more people if I could cut out a lot of the cut down the amount of steps that go through in order to teach a concept. Okay, so we're looking pretty good. This is cleaned up. Now what we need to do is we need to wrap this in a block provider. So this is probably going to be the last thing that I do. So this will be a block build, not a block provider, a block builder. And the block builder will take in a profile block. Let's make sure that's imported. And then a profile state. We don't have a stream. We have a builder and not a snapshot, but a state. No, hold on. Nope, I was right. It was a block provider. At this point, we want to provide. Okay, my bad. So, I have like a little bot that's posting the Discord link in the stream. We are in the chat. Make sure you check out the Discord and you join that community. It's specifically for mobile developers. Yeah. All right. Let's go ahead and get this block provider. And we are going to be creating, let's see, it takes in a context. And we are going to do a profile block. Ooh, okay, that's interesting. So we would still need to pass in a user. Yeah, remember that the profile block needs a user. And I'm not sure how I'd pull that out. Okay. Um let me let's go backwards. We're going to leave it right here for right now. This requires much more research. And I want to make sure that I save these changes. Hit add. Git commit m finish working through profile and state and its block. All right, there we go. So let's see. Let me get this. All right. So, let's see. We got a couple of questions in here, and we're about to close out the stream. So, if you have any questions that you want to ask real quick, then make sure that you start asking them because I'm about to take off. One last shout out I want to give to Amplify. I am on the AWS Amplify team, so if you all could give that a check out, I'd really appreciate it. Add Amplify into a project or check it out, play with it. Let me know your feedback. That's what I'm here to help you out with. But we got a couple of questions in the chat. Let me go ahead and address those. So the first one is from Abrar. What is the scope of freelancing for me? It's like I have given few months of consistency to Flutter, published few apps on Play Store, made portfolio using Flutter Web. Can I make out money from it? I don't fully understand the question because it seems like you're stating that you do have some experience and that you have released apps, and now you're asking if you can make money. I would think that you should have been making money already, but yeah. So if you're freelancing, especially if you have any experience at all, you should not be doing anything for free. If you have any experience at all, I understand I understand the desire to want to go ahead and, essentially like you're not comfortable with like being a professional in this field or something like that. Like you're still new to it. And, yeah, like if you have experience, if you put something out in the App Store and you've done work for a client already, then you should be charging for it. So yeah, you should be making money at this time. Now, in regards to employment, when back in February, I believe that there were 5,000 jobs on LinkedIn that were related to Flutter. So If you wanted to look to make money there, you can also do that. Another thing that you can do is you can get into open source. That's another way to make money. It's a little bit harder to make money that way, but you could. Or you could, there's like a number of different things that you can do. But yeah, you should be making money already. So Sam Ramez is saying, do you know if Amazon is investing on additional Flutter-based projects other than Amplify Flutter SDK? So I am not really sure what else is being added in regards to Flutter. I think the Amplify team, which is the team that I'm on, might be the first one that is investing into it, but I could definitely be wrong. But I wouldn't be surprised if there are other like SDKs that come out in the future that support Flutter. So I don't know is the answer, but I wouldn't be surprised if something else came out. But that's going to be it for me. Thank you everybody for hanging out with me today and joining me during this live stream. Like I said, make sure you go out and check out AWS Amplify. And if you could give me any feedback at all, that would be really appreciated. And then also, if you want to keep the conversation going, want to be able to reach out to me, talk to me, or if you have questions in your code and you need help, you can join the Discord community. Oh, wow, Abrar, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. I really, really, really do appreciate that. Thank you so much. Um, yeah, thank you. I'm just like really like taken back. Thank you so much. Um, thank you, thank you, thank you. Lost my train of thought because you made me so happy. Okay, so yeah, if you want to keep the conversation going and you just want to be like in a community of other mobile developers, there is a Discord link in the chat. I'll link that before I take off so that anybody that might have missed it can also um, join there. But yeah, always looking for more community members to help out each other and then also to you know just become friends there. Oh, Mosin also donated. I'm sorry if I mispronounced your name. Um, I really, really do appreciate it. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for the super chat. uh, I love that. Thank you so much. Happy that this has been valuable to you. Okay, so that's going to be it for today. Thank you all for your time. You all go out there and you keep coding passionately.